Hey, I'm Myers. Got another review here for you. So this one's come from my record label, Sioux, which this we've done a couple dozen releases so far in the past 3 years or so, and super happy with everything going on. Um, so Sioux is dedicated to punk and roll music. I kind of have set the parameter of I want to be genre specific of punk and roll music, and um, you know basically something that like Crypt or Sympathy would have put out in the '90s or early 2000s, and so however in the subgenre of punk and roll is pretty diverse. There's a lot of different shit, and so the stuff that we've put out on my label is pretty wide ranging. Yes, the label itself has a very specific sound, very much like Sympathy had a sound, Crypt had a sound. Like Man's Ruined had a sound. All these great fucking labels. Empty Records had a sound. RAFR, Junk, all these great labels, of the early 2000s, late 90s, had a specific punk and roll feel to them. And that's where I've wanted to stay. Um, that being said, there's some stuff that like I really like and I want to put out where it doesn't belong on the label. I've got a side label for that, Sioux After Dark, which is more dedicated to gothy, post punk, industrial sort of stuff, and we have a band on that label called the Mismiths, which they are exactly what you think they'd be, like this hybrid of the Smiths and the Misfits. So, anyways, back to the main label of Sioux. Sioux is a punk and roll label, and, over the years, there's a lot harder punk and roll bands like Zeke, Zeke comes to mind of Turbo Negro, these bands that are a lot harder and faster, and there's more Thunder-esque sort of sounding bands. There's just fun, stupid bands in this subgenre, and and then there's bands that are digging further into the roots of either punk itself, or some of the mod, British Invasion mod psychedelic sort of shit. Just recently we put out album The Sonic Angels from Valencia, Spain, which they're a garagey sort of psychedelic band, fuzz band. Somebody I heard compared them to Dead Moon. But they definitely have that sort of sound, like something you'd find on Crypt Records circa 1997, 98. Um, and then there's other bands who are digging further into sort of like a bluesy sort of, because I mean, you go far enough back, rock and roll itself is a derivative of blues. So and that's where this new release that just came out, shipped on Friday, all the pre-release pre-orders, and the band's copies went out Friday this week. So, anyways, this, they are a punk and roll band, but they are definitely digging into the blues roots of things. So and just to preface this, is a Frank Meyer band. We know Frank Meyer from Streetwalkin' Cheetahs, and he's the Streetwalkin' Cheetahs, definitely a prolific band. So I mean, like their song on "Waiting for the Death of My Generation" called fuck, I can't remember what it's called. Making white collar money in a black market world. Such a fucking those horns, when the horns hit on that song, like making white collar money in a black market world. Fucking great song. And Frank has mentioned the possibility of us re-releasing that on vinyl. I don't think it was really it wasn't released in America. I think that album was released over in Europe on vinyl. But anyways, and that's up in the air yet. But Frank and I have talked about it. But anyways, want to get into this? It's Highway 61. If you're familiar with all the other albums on the label, this one looks different. And the reason why is, I mean, this is still silk screen cover. Just like all the other silk screen covers, but the people who do our covers, they've got black covers that we can silk screen with white and red or whatever, and then they've got white covers we silk screen red and white or whatever, and but they also have these craft brown. It's same sort of cardboardy craft. Reminds me of like old school folders. I remember having folders like this in like the second grade and then they had a football player silk screened on them. And but anyways, this is the front cover. Highway 61 going south. It's craft brown. It's silk screen dark gray and this teal color. I don't know if you could read that, but yeah, it says driving south here and teal at the bottom. Here's your back cover. Obviously right there you recognize Frank from Streetwalkin' Cheetahs, but song titles, we got 10 songs on here, and it's on Sioux. So and then like all Sioux releases, the top opens, white paper sleeve, and here's the vinyl. Here's the B-side first. It's 180 gram white vinyl. And then there's the A-side. And as you can see there, there's a blank on the record and it says of 300, where I hand number 1 to 300 on these. And, so that's kind of my guarantee to you guys that if you got 76 of 300, nobody else has that. And, so anyways, and then we'll never repress. If we sell out, the band wants to redo, wants, more copies or whatever, I'll ask bands to shop for a different label. I just said something about repressing, a completely out of print Streetwalkin' Cheetahs record, but like I don't want to repress what's been released on Sioux. That's kind of like our guarantee of when I say it's 1 of 300, I can't just repress and now all of a sudden your 1 of 300 is 1 of 600 or something. But if some other label picks it up or whatever, great. I support. Me. I buy a lot of fucking records. I support a lot of different labels. Like Jim Wren over at Detroit I-94 Records does a great job, and Teddy Spaghetti down. I think he's in Atlanta at Spaghetti Town Records. Does a great job. The guys, I think they're in Akron. At Deadbeat Records, fucking amazing job over there at Deadbeat. Those guys do a great fucking job. And then we got some international partners that we work with. We do trades with Ghost Highway out of Spain. We do trades with Heavy Medication Records out of Warsaw, Poland. And Drag Strip Riot out of Estonia. So really happy to work with these guys, and but this record, really happy to do this. And what it sounds like I mentioned, yes, these guys are punk and roll, but guys are like stretching it into like a boozy blues sort of territory. So if you like, who would I compare it to? If you like boozy, like bluesy Rolling Stones sort of stuff, or like this is on that order. These guys are definitely stretching themselves into that territory of like a southern rock blues sort of thing, but underlaying it is still a punk and roll record, which pretty happy about it. It's something, it's different than everything else on Sioux, yet it's still a punk and roll record. However, like the Richard Bacchus record, Richard Bacchus album is, different than everybody else, anything else on the label. The Yowl, totally different. Like the Yowl, has this fucking psychedelic. A couple of them guys played with Rocky Erickson. So they do have this fucking psychedelic, fucking just underpinning where they're fucking killer. I love the Yowl. Hector Penalosa's album, great album. Hector is a huge fan of the Beatles, and the record that we put out with Hector Penalosa is this airy, like George Harrison, drive through this desert, sort of dreamy sort of record. New Brutarians, I've done a 45 with them and an LP with them, and the New Brutarians have this fucking dreamy sort of I don't know, like a underwater dream essence sort of feel to them of these dirges that kind of remind me of Velvet Underground and Wire and Suicide, all kind of spun out together. That so in my opinion, and I might be full of shit, you guys decide, but in my opinion, these records are all very punk and roll. They all sound great. There is a uniform sound to the label. However, none of these records sound alike, and there's quite a bit of depth and breadth between these different acts, and they all stand on their own, but cohesively together. I'm really happy with the way the label's shaping up. So, this is different looking. Of all the album covers we've done, they've either been printed on white or black. This is printed on this craft brown. The texture of it, where the white and black ones feel smooth, and then it's a little bit rougher with the silk screening on it, where This one has got like a rough cardboardy feel to it. But yeah, I dig for what this is. This is the perfect fucking album cover. Like for a gritty southern rock, blues sort of punk and roll record. I think it sounds great. And I just thought of like the band Drivin Cryin. They flirted with like the underground, like new wavy punk scene or whatever, but also had that southern rock sort of thing. So if you're into stuff like that, like Drivin Cryin and like bluesy Rolling Stone sort of stuff, and if you just like blues, I mean, if you're a fan of Lightning Hopkins or shit like that, where I think you dig this. So the song I'm going to play you is song number 3 off the A side, Baby You Already Say Last Night, which Lightning Hopkins had a song, Baby What'd You Say Last Night, which my favorite quote of Lightning Hopkins is "Rubber on wheels faster than rubber on heel." So I'll put a link in the description where you can get one of these, and if you like these videos, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a Merry Christmas, and I'm not a Christian or whatever, so like Christmas, the religious aspect to me isn't, but I do look forward to this time of year, spend time with my family, and so I got my grandkids, myself, Luchadero Mass that we'll be taking family pictures in, and and so and I just had my little buddy Ollie jump up here, so I think you guys haven't seen him since he got his haircut, but this is my little scamp Ollie. He's ornery little shit, likes to wrestle, likes to be petted. So anyways, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe to the videos. Thanks, bye.
White lights surround my eyes, they're tiny and silver. begging you, please.